별빛이 내린다.
Hi guys, this is going to be a review for Brazen Firearms polishing service. The reason I looked them up was because I had finished, or I thought I finished, my Samurai Edge project, and it looked okay. You can find it on my Instagram. You know, it looks okay, literally. That's the definition I would say. It looks okay. And I thought it was because the barrel kind of was just, it threw off the look because of its kind of matte stainless appearance. And I had a lot of pictures, very clear pictures of it before I sent it off, but my phone went through an update and I installed the update and it went completely psycho, lost all my stuff. I had to do a factory reset, so I'm kind of starting from scratch with nothing. But honestly, you can look up a matte stainless barrel on the internet and it's exactly what it sounds like. Not particularly impressive. So, going online, I was looking for barrel polishing services, and the one I found was Brazen Firearms. Now, I don't know what level, what grade of polish that they offer. It's not listed on there, but they do have a price. They set a price of $50 and $9.50 for shipping, which sounds like a pretty good deal to me, as long as the polish is better than what it is now, which, you know, anybody can do that. So their service, it can go from 8 to 12 weeks. That's how long it takes to complete. And before I sent it off, I removed the locking block. Now, I don't know if you have to do that, but you know, it's not that hard. Plus, you'll see like disclaimers from other businesses where they say that if they ask for a certain item, like let's say the barrel, but then you left something on there, it can disappear. Now, I'm not saying Brazen does that, but I'm saying there have been companies that say that. You know, if you're going to send something, it has to be exactly what you're going to send. If you send anything extra, you might not get it back. So I shipped it off through USPS. It was December 7th, and they got it in 7 days, December 14th. I got a confirmation email. They said they received it, and they're going to begin working on that. Then I got an email on February 14th, and they said that they had begun to send it back to me, basically. And then, no, February 17th, I'm sorry. February 17th, they sent it off. And then February 27th is when I received it. And so total time, turnaround time, that would have been 9 weeks. So it's the lower end of their turnaround time. Now, the polish grade is a lot higher than I expected for $50. So if you look at the Instagram, right, the hammer, the skeletonized hammer, which comes factory from Beretta, is the lowest polish level. I mean, it's better than matte stainless, but it's the lowest one. And then I got a stainless steel guide rod aftermarket, and that was even higher than the skeletonized hammer. And then the barrel that came back from Brazen is even higher than that. Yeah. Now, it's not mirror bright or anything like that, but it's a lot nicer, especially for $50. It's really good. The one thing I would say is that the markings and the symbols are very clear and intact, which is quite impressive. You know, typically some people, they can be so focused on the shine and the mirror polish that they go a little too hard, and then they'll kind of wash over symbols or letters and they become hard to read. But the markings here are very clear, very readable in a certain light because the barrel is so bright. But in a certain light, you can certainly still read the letters, see the markings. It's very good. Another thing is the sharpness of edges. Now, this is something that some people care about. Basically, when some firearms are refinished or polished, they can work a little too hard and it loses some of the edges. That's one way you can tell if somebody is doing a little too much, is if the edges of a firearm are not sharp or they become rounded. That'd be the worst thing. Or, of course, as I mentioned with the markings, they don't become readable. So those are some signs that somebody is not being very careful with their work. Now for the barrel itself, I'd say that yes, minor edge sharpness was lost, but literally minor. I mean, hardly at all. I still have the black barrel that came with my stock Beretta, and yes, that locking block edge is pretty sharp. But here, even though if there's some loss of edge sharpness, it's really not enough of a difference to make a difference, to me. Now, one thing you'll notice in the pictures and video is that the locking block area is unpolished. That might be a concern to some people. I didn't expect that because you're not going to see that on the gun anyways. But if that's something that you're concerned about, you can certainly bring it up to them, and you know, that will be priced accordingly, I'm sure. But in my case, I didn't really mind that the locking block was unpolished. Now, the next thing I'd say is that I could have sworn that either Brazen said so, or maybe it was another review, that the feeding ramp would also be polished. And I think it is, because I still have the black barrel, and that, of course, you know, the feeding ramp is spray coated black, or whatever finish Beretta uses. And on the Brazen Firearms barrel, you can see that the feeding ramp is bright. You know, it's not like locking block dull, it's bright. So I'm under the opinion that they actually did polish the feed ramp. But I can't find that review. I can't find it on their website. I could have sworn they said they did that, but I can't find it, so I can't say for sure. Now, final thoughts. I think it's a pretty good deal. You know, you're getting a polish grade higher than aftermarket stainless steel work. It's only $50. The markings and symbols are intact. You know, that's a very impressive skill set to get these days. The locking block thing, like I said, that's probably just a Beretta thing. There's plenty of other guns that don't have a locking block, like Glock or Smith & Wesson, and obviously the whole barrel would be polished, you know. But if that throws you off or you're concerned about that, you could always ask them about it. But other than that, I'd say, yeah, I think it's a pretty good deal. I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, I guess now it kind of looks a little silly because now the barrel is the most highly polished, and it matches okay with the stainless steel guide rod, but then it kind of is thrown off a little bit by the skeletonized hammer. I'm not going to send a skeletonized hammer to get repolished, but that's me. I think it's a lot better. I like it. I hope that helps you in your decision if you would like to use that surface or not. Again, I don't know what the polish grade level is, but I'd say it's pretty good for $50. So hopefully that helps you guys out. If not, I'd love to hear about it, any concerns you have. Besides that, you guys take care. I'll see you again later. Bye. Bye.